can use Arabia. Despite the hope that was launched thanks to the vaccines, now the Delta variant is triggering a lot of concerns among people. Do you think that these concerns are legitimate? What do we know about this variant?
So this variant is more infectious. What that means is that it makes a better connection with human cells. And because it makes a better connection, you need fewer number of virus particles to infect you. So the bad news is it is 60–70% more infectious to human beings, easy to get infected. The better news is at least the vaccines still work against the Delta variant, and also it is not more disease causing. That is also good news.
Now there is the spread of the Delta variant. What about its danger? What about its acute effect? Is it similar to the virus before 1 year and a half?
Yes, it is. The only difference is it is more infectious. So if you have not been immunized, you are likely to get infected if you put yourself in danger. So the important message is that because Delta variant is more infectious, you improve your infection control measures. You wear your mask properly, you avoid crowds, you avoid getting close to other people, and one final very important bit is you avoid places with poor ventilation indoors. So all those precautions are very important, especially with a Delta variant, which is more infectious.
The vaccines that are approved by the WHO, are they useful against the Delta variants? Number one. And number two, what is the duration in which the vaccinated person is protected?
So the good news is that the vaccines are protective against the Delta variant. That is good. What you need for good protection is 2 full doses of the vaccine for maximum protection. The 1 dose doesn't fully protect. 2 doses protect, and it protects in the order of 75–85% of people fully immunized are protected from Pfizer, Moderna, or the AstraZeneca Oxford vaccines. They do their job. And for how long, this is another piece of good news. So for how long the immunity from the vaccine lasts, we know that it lasts for at least 1 year, but we think that the vaccine or by infection, the immunity may be longer lasting. So that is also good news that 1, the vaccines work, and 2, the immunity appears to be long lasting.
Dr. Bharat, some vaccines need a booster, as they say. Do you advise for that? And do you think this booster should be from the same vaccine, same type of vaccine, or it can be another one?
Okay, I like your question. Because we want to prevent infection in the whole world, our priority should be to immunize the whole world. And that way, by immunizing the whole world, you bring down the case numbers. And if you bring down and you keep the case numbers down, you will have fewer variants emerging against which we might have to take emergency actions. So priority number 1 is not to dwell too much on boosters, but to dwell on giving the whole world a vaccine. So that would be strategy number 1. Strategy number 2, of course, if you want to give boosters, nothing wrong with it. but really you need to immunize the world first. And with regard to, do you use the same vaccine or do you use a different one? It doesn't really make any difference. Ideally, best to stick with same, but it makes no difference if you have your 2 doses with the Pfizer vaccine and then you have your booster with the AstraZeneca, or the other way around. It doesn't make any difference.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bharat Pankania. And before we conclude, you said that this Delta variant spreads in many places, and this in parallel with the decisions to remove the restrictions. Do you think that this Delta variant can delay this resumption of normal life?
Well, it will delay because it is more infectious. So it will infect people more easily, especially those people who are not immunized. But what we will see in the United Kingdom is, can we find that the people immunized are not ending up in hospital? If we find that immunized people are protected and not ending up in hospital, number one. Number two, now that we've got a younger population getting infected, if this younger population are not ending up in hospital very ill, that is also a good sign to indicate that the vaccines save the lives and that we can resume normal mixing and remove restrictions, because we have disconnected cases with hospitalizations.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bharat Pankania, professor at the Exeter University. Thank you very much. You were with us from Bath.
Thank you.
Thank you, doctor. All the best.
Thank you.
Welcome, sir.